Kratos Defense and Security Solutions, Inc. has announced the successful first flight of its Erinyes Hypersonic Test Bed. Erinyes, commonly known in English as the Furies, are unforgiving goddesses of vengeance from Greek mythology. The launch, conducted on June 12, 2024, at NASA's Wallops flight facility in Virginia, marks a significant milestone in the United States' quest for advanced hypersonic technologies. The flight, designated as Hypersonic Test Bed-1 or HTB-1, was a collective effort involving Kratos Space and Missile Defense Systems Business Unit, the Missile Defense Agency (MDA), and the Naval Surface Warfare Center or NSWC. First announced in 2021, details about it remain scarce due to its highly secretive nature, with not even a photo available to the public. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why Erinyes Hypersonic Test Bed could be a game-changer. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Hypersonic weapons travel at speeds greater than Mach 5, or more than 3,836 miles per hour, and are highly maneuverable, which makes them difficult to track and shoot down. Several types of hypersonic weapons are in development by multiple nations, and some have been fielded too. Russia has developed the Zircon missile using a scramjet engine, and Admiral Gorshkov's frigate is armed with it. Kinzhal missile used against Ukraine is an ALBM, or air-launched ballistic missile, that can reach about Mach 9. Russia and China have deployed Avangard and DF-ZF, respectively, which are hypersonic glide vehicles, or HGVs. The extreme speed of hypersonic weapons and the ability to fly in unpredictable paths give them a much higher probability of penetrating modern air defenses. Essentially, hypersonic weapons combine the speed of ballistic missiles with the maneuverability of cruise missiles. This type of weapon will be very hard to track, let alone intercept. US DoD document has noted, for example, most terrestrial-based radars cannot detect hypersonic weapons until late in the weapon's flight due to line-of-sight limitations of radar direction. This leaves minimal time for a defender to launch interceptors that could neutralize an inbound weapon. U.S. defense officials have stated that both existing terrestrial and space-based sensor architectures are insufficient to detect and track hypersonic weapons. Former Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering, Mike Griffin, has noted that hypersonic targets are 10 to 20 times dimmer than what the U.S. normally tracks by satellites in geostationary orbit. The Erinyes platform's first flight successfully achieved hypersonic speeds, allowing for the collection of essential data for various experiments. This data will be invaluable to test teams for validating designs and evaluating new technologies in the hypersonic field. Dave Carter, president of Kratos Defense and Rocket Support Systems (DRSS) division, emphasized the significance of this achievement, stating, "Hypersonic experiments now have a robust and affordable path across the technology readiness level. The ability to demonstrate experimental technologies on a real hypersonic flight test bed without adding risk to programs of record is game-changing." Carter also expressed pride in his team's accomplishment and announced plans for future tests incorporating new experiments. Eric DeMarco, president and CEO of Kratos, said, "The 100% successful flight of the Kratos Erinyes hypersonic vehicle with our MDA and Navy partners is representative of the power of Kratos' approach to be first to market with leading technology systems and products, which accelerates development and delivery schedules, while significantly reducing cost. Kratos rocket and hypersonic systems development programs are positioned to disrupt the market with affordable, relevant systems, and we expect Kratos' hypersonic franchise, including Erinyes, Zeus, Oriole, and other systems, to be a key contributor to our expected future organic growth trajectory. Kratos is laser-focused on expanding the U.S. national security industrial base, increasing competition, reducing cost, and delivering significant value to all Kratos stakeholders, including the MDA, U.S. Navy, and other government customers. Kratos has served the U.S. hypersonic community for decades through novel system and vehicle flight testing. The company developed Erinyes in 3 years for under $15 million, with a mix of internal investment and congressional funding. The program relies on vehicles like Rocket Lab's HASTE and Stratolaunch's Talon A to test components and subsystems in a realistic flight environment that mimics the conditions these systems might face as they fly and maneuver at Mach 5 and higher speeds. A single Erinyes costs about $5 million, excluding the rocket motor. Kratos is also developing the Zeus and Oriole family of solid rocket motors, SRMs, a direct response to the urgent need for affordable commercial launch vehicle stages for hypersonic tests and ballistic missile targets. After a decade of developing a portfolio of low-cost unmanned aircraft systems, UAS, to disrupt the lower end of the military aviation autonomy market, Kratos Defense is now targeting the rapidly growing market for hypersonic vehicles. This successful demonstration has paved the way for accelerated hypersonic experimentation within the U.S. Department of Defense. Viewers may note that the U.S. military currently doesn't have a single operational hypersonic weapon, but it's working on 9 different initiatives. For example, in 2017, Lockheed Martin won the contract to begin Arrow development. The company had stated it wanted to meet the desired production targets within 3 years, but the program got delayed due to technical challenges. The U.S. military can't afford to lag in the hypersonic race, and it needs the military-industrial complex to step in. The implications of this successful flight extend beyond Kratos and its partners. It marks a major step forward in the United States' hypersonic technology capabilities, an area of intense global competition and strategic importance. The ability to conduct affordable and rapid hypersonic experiments could accelerate the development of offensive hypersonic weapons, but also advanced defense systems.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.